And good morning, Retro Commanders. And I'm going to have to speak very softly for Milan the Madman because I'm slightly sore head this morning. Hello. Welcome. No, not. Welcome all. Right, let's do the thing because I've got some things to do actually before the stream starts, for reasons which will become clear in a moment. Slight miscalculation in scale, but never mind, it'll become clear. Right, let's do the thing because the thing must be done. Right, Madbox is here. Good morning, and first in the chat to you. Well done. The Harkonnens are here, ready to remain a racket as ever on a Saturday morning. Enigmatia is here. Eridan Dundragon is here as well. Havabubu is here. Ivan the Terrified is here as well. Milan the Madman is here. Okay, just giving it down there for you, mate. Commander Calvinator is here. Technologence is here. ZX81 is here. Always good to see you. The Funny Asteroid is here because it's never a good space game without a funny asteroid. GB is here. Of course he is. Commander Dustthorn is here as well. The Landra is here. Frank Miner 2949er is here. The Big Boo, good morning, Big Boo. That's good. And Kelly Bagler is here, of course, who thinks again, as always. So that's brilliant. Right, now, I mentioned that I had a slight problem with the scale. Well, what I thought I'd do, very cleverly, is I would fly, in order to get a bit more cash, potentially in the bank, I would fly my experimental ship off into the distance using the Cetor drive, turn around and then fly back again, which I thought was a pretty cunning plan. And so what I did this morning is I switched on the PC and shot off into the distance in space, and then went for a dog walk and then came back and over breakfast thought, damn, I forgot to turn the ship around. So about 40 minutes ago I did turn the ship around and it's now travelling back. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Let me find it. Where is it? Right, we'll come to that in a minute because we need to get the ship back. Okay, it's here at the moment. So let me switch on the Cetor. I think we're probably like about 5 or 10 minutes out. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. But I was like, I kind of got to make it back in time for the stream. So my bad. On the positive side, it does mean it's been travelling. The game, this particular game save, has been travelling at Cetor speed for about an hour and a half. So a slight miscalculation of scale in terms of how far we get back now. So fingers crossed it won't actually be too long before we can get back to space. I don't think we're too far out now. 40 minutes later, says Wintermute. It sounds like, actually, so Milan the Madman, it sounds like you, okay, so I'm only hungover because I got a really good payday last week, so excellent. I'm glad that went well. I've reached the age, however, where I get hangovers and I don't have a night out before. So, just one of those things, I guess. An Irish coffee and a good fire. That does sound nice. That does sound nice. Time for a brief review. Now the only problem is, of course, this game, because of the way the Windows works, is that it doesn't. If I Alt Tab out to another window, this shuts down and doesn't run. So I have to kind of leave it sitting live while it's coming back in. But we are closing on inhabitable space. That was that square that you can see on the screen was minute 40 minutes ago. So hopefully it won't take as long. Milan the Man says, I'm at that age, so this is one I definitely deserve. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. So I suppose what I can't do at this point in time, which is a bit annoying, is I can't bring up the Discord, because if I bring up the Discord, it will stop. It will stop the game. So the first half of this is a just chatting stream. Yeah, apologies, guys. I totally miscalculated how long it would take the patient to get back. I mean, to be fair, that's growing reasonably swiftly now. So this game definitely pauses when it's out of thing, which is annoying. So I'm going to have to do it from memory. So you guys might have to help me now. From what I recall last week, previously on the exciting episode of XP on the Frontier, what we didn't get all that. Well, we were sort of tooling around trying to figure out. I don't think what do we do? We just trying to remember now. We did get some more money and we upgraded to the beta HEPs, the plasma thrower thingies. I think we got one or two, maybe one speed increase as well. I think that's what we achieved in terms of the ship. And we did go exploring. Doesn't windowing work? No, I've tried mucking about with it, and whatever I do, it just switches off. And even if at the moment you press Alt Tab or anything, it switches off the CETA drive as well. So I've got 15 minutes. I could be Prime Minister in that time. And quite a few people have asked me actually. And oddly enough, vaguely half seriously, it seems, whether I would like to be the next Prime Minister of the UK. I have got Discord on my phone. That is a very good point, Wintermute GB. Yes, I have. Hang on a minute. You are a genius, sir. Yes, I've got Discord on my phone. Right, hang on a minute. Am I enjoying Discord? I suppose so. Yeah. Right. Stop asking me questions. Right. No, I have got Discord on my phone. Here we go. Right. So we can do this. That's a very, very good idea. If I can now find my channel, where is it? Retro Games. There we go. Right. And the Big Boo. Thank you very much for the Big Boo, who has once again, like it's a little bit small, but it is there. There it is. Right. I'm going to have to zoom out so I can actually read it with my eyesight. Right. Here we go. Okay. So. Previously on Drew Plays Expert on the Frontier, we collected up all the money. Sorry, it's very small. I've got to that age, you see, where if I hold it too far away, everything's too damn small to read, and if I hold it close to me, it's too damn blurred to read. So there's this small zone in the middle that I can see, where it's actually clear. Right, okay, so we collected up all the money from the wheat farm in Argon Prime and the silicon mine in Sizewell and the solar power plant. That's right, we collected all the money first. And then bought the beta HEPT lasers and some engine upgrades. So the ship is now a bit faster and better armed. We're now poised in President's End to head into Xenon space and see if we can find the gate by ourselves. Okay, because we decided not to have old man excuses. So the eyes don't have a zoom function now, I have to move things close to the object. So that's what we're poised to do. Now I'm just wondering, by the time we get back in here, which hopefully will only be about another 5 minutes or so, whether I'll have enough money to upgrade things or not. So what I might do is when we get back into space here, I might save, because I think I've opened up the save with the joystick calibration all the way around as well. We'll see how we go. Now the other thing we've done is we had joined together most of the map. So looking at this now, which you can't really see, there aren't too many white spaces, are there, left, which is kind of good. It implies that there's not too much left on the map to explore in terms of actual locales. There looks to be some stuff at the bottom there with the yellow in Paradid space, and there's some gaps in Xenon space, and there's one gap in Argon space and one gap in Split space, but other than that we seem to be there, so that's quite good. In terms of all the other stuff, I am top with the Taladi, company director. Queen's Night with the Boron, 8 out of 10. Argon, I'm an accepted friend, 4 out of 7. Paranids, I'm a friend, 6 out of 11. And the Split, I am an accepted person at 5 out of 10. So that's okay. Engine tuning, we're now at stage 4. So that's reasonable, but it didn't seem to make a vast amount of difference. It certainly wasn't enough to keep up with those M2 ships anyway, or run away from them, more importantly. Then there is the shields at 25 megawatts. Those are maxed out, so that's good. We've got the 2 beta lasers, which are the second best ones that we can have, so that's good. So my plan was to, and we're in President's End at the moment. I don't know if you can see the arrow there. The problem is you're getting a reflection of the screen because of the... Okay, there's a tiny red arrow there, somewhere in the middle, which is where we are, which is 2 away from Argon Prime. So what I might do is, look, you can actually see the gates now. We're coming into range, yay! I won't have to waffle too much longer. I might see how much money, I might go back up to Argon Prime at least, go to the farm and see how much money we have made with my little Sata cruise out to the edge of space and back. I need a phone stand next to my monitor PC. Yeah, so the phone sort of plugs in at the side over here. I've only got. So I ought to, one of these days, I ought to do a stream about my streaming setup. I've never done that. So actually, I'm going to go. Which way am I going to go? I probably want to go north, so I might as well set course at this point. Where's this course gone again? Where do I need to go? We're in President's End, so we need to go north and then west. Right, there we go. So that one I think is north over there. So let's go directly to the gate. There we go. So how many monitors do I have? I've got 2. Well, technically I've got 3, but that's on another computer over there. So on this PC I've got 2 monitors. They are fairly average Asus monitors, 60 Hertz monitors. So they're okay. I've had this PC for probably coming up to 4 years now. So it's it's moderately reasonably good. It's an i7 something. I have got 32 gigabytes of RAM, which I needed to get to Star Citizen to work properly, and then it's got a GTX 1070 graphics card, which was okay then, and is probably just about okay now. So it's a reasonable PC. It's certainly more than okay for retro games. It runs Star Citizen all right, and I can stream and record and all those kind of things. So far so good. It's all got SSDs and blah blah blah. Look at this. We're finally coming into range. So that's good. And that PC over there is what is ostensibly my work
Target
PC.
Now locked on.
Yay.
Gate the wall.
We have arrived back in civilized space. Right, so now the stream may commence. That wasn't too bad. Was I suppose it's 12 minutes. 12 minutes of me waffling. Oh, I haven't got the joystick set up properly either. That's annoying. I'll sort that out. So let's get through here. What I don't want to do now is crash. Waste all that time. Good morning, Crimson Room.
The
Good to
wall
see you too.
defense headquarters.
Right, so I'm just going to go back to my wheat farm.
Turbo engaged.
Oh no, there's some Richard Xenons about. Oh, let's have a bit of pew pew to start the stream, shall we? Oh, they're attacking.
Target is now target.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation, thank you for your help
One
with
shot.
this invader. As a reward, you get 100 credits.
Probably less waffle than usual, says Kelly Banther. Thanks for that.
Target is now in firing range.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon
It's quite
Federation,
fun
thank you for
one-shotting
your
ships.
help with this invader. As a reward, you get 100 credits. On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation, thank you for your help with this invader.
That's quite
As a
all
reward,
right. I'm
you
glad
get
I'm
100
of service
credits.
to the Argon Federation. Oh, I should save, shouldn't I? Yeah, can I save at any of these places? I think I can, can't I?
Target successfully
Let's
docked.
just save. Yeah, we don't want to screw something up
It is
accidentally
good to welcome
at this point.
aboard the Argon Federation's Alpha.
Connection to local trading network established.
So this would be interesting to see actually. Okay, so I was at 70 hours and I'm now going to be at Alpha. Oh no, it's Gamma ones I want, isn't it? Gamma ones. Okay, so there we go. I have saved. That's good. Right. Okay, so onwards we go. Right, let's go west. Let's see how much money I have
Turbo
actually made.
engaged.
And then we'll see. It's possible then, maybe I'll have enough money to buy the super duper gamma-y things and or a bunch of speed upgrades. Because I think speed is the limiting factor. I'd like to have a ship that could outrun the Xenons at will. And if I could outrun the Xenons at will,
No aim.
thanks computer, then that would be like top banana. How much money do you think Drew has? Yeah. What, in real life? Or less than I need. In game, I mean.
Target now locked on. Gate Argon Prime.
Here we go. Right. Okay, so let's go to Argon Prime. One thing I would say is. Oh, is that a pirate? was just bad timing for him, wasn't it?
Entering system Argon Prime.
Oh, I missed him. Oh well, I ended up going for the gate. Right, okay, so where
Target
is...
now locked on Argon Lifter.
Where is my wheat farm?
Dragonfly missile
Nope,
ready.
wrong button. It's one of those, isn't it? Okay, let's just put it in there. I haven't tried it myself, but I read that it would take a lot of upgrades to outrun the M2s. Okay, so maybe that's just not worth even bothering to try then.
No aim.
So, are the top weapons good enough to take out an M2? I suppose that's the next question. Or at least give you a fighting chance of
Target
dealing with one.
now locked on Argon Space Equipment Dock.
Oh, that's the space equipment dock. So where's my thing? It was in Argon Prime, wasn't it? Is that my thingy down there then? I can't remember where I put it. Let's go there. 15 million doubloons. That's what I need. I tell you what I definitely know for sure is that I've got a lot less money now than I did have before this trust took office. So it hasn't done my pension any good at all.
Target now locked on Wheat Farm.
Yay! There's the wheat farm.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your wheat farm.
You showed last time that you might do it with the betas. Okay, well let's see how much money I've got, having just let the game be running around for an hour and a half on seat to drive. You never know. I might have got a decent amount of cash. How much money do you reckon? How much money do you reckon?
Connection
Right, we
to
have.
local trading
That's
network
not outrageous.
Telexian wheat is
I
grown
don't think it's
on the
enough,
plains
is
of
it?
Argon. It is a yellowish green.
But it's a reasonable stack load of cash. Is it enough to buy? Do I need to leave any money in this factory?
The credits that this factory made by selling its products can be transferred
don't
to
think I
your
do I?
account. Also, credits from your account can be transferred to the factory, so freighters working for you can buy resources.
So 222,000 credits isn't to be sniffed at all. I don't think I need to leave money here from what I recall. Okay, so gamma HP2 will take anything up. So the betas aren't bad at all. Okay, well I've got some cash. Okay, so what you're basically saying is that maybe my ship is actually kind of good enough
Funds transferred.
for what we're hoping to do. It's just how well that's going to work. Okay, right. So I've got some monies. Leave some cash here. Okay, I'll leave 12,000. Keep them going. Okay. Right. So let's go back to the actual Discord. Now we're back in space. Now we can have a look at Big Boo's map properly on the screen. There we go. Right. So we are currently back in Argon Prime. So what I was going to do, we'll go back to President's End and we'll fly into the Xenon sector. We'll save at President's End, fly into the Xenon sector, because somewhere in there, I'm assuming either 3.4 or 4.5 is where the gate is. So there we go. Kelly Barker says, I found that travelling through lots of gates is more effective at making money than waiting a long time. Oh well, I thought I'd just leave it on, see what happens. So anyway, I've got some money, which is good. Whether or not we need it is the question. Right, so let's head back to Argon Prime then, which is east and south. Where's the gate? There it is. And we've got some cash. If we need some cash, so we can do some stuffs on the route. And the madman, hey folks, must remind me, I only have 2 prime ministers before Christmas.
No aim.
Oh, it's just shocking. I mean, the idea of Boris Johnson coming back. I mean, really. It's just, yeah. No words. This truss isn't included in this game. Yeah, that would be pretty disastrous.
Target now locked on.
They're about to have a Bobby
Wall
Ewing moment. Boris will emerge from a
defense
shower and it will
headquarters.
be a dream. So, but I think we need to go back to 2016 and just reload the save. Can we do that? That would work for me. Hopefully somebody's got a floppy disk somewhere with 2016
Entering
save on it.
system.
We can
The
go back,
Wall
change all the
defense
decisions we
headquarters.
had. They really didn't work. Ah dear. Never mind. Well, it is what it is. And,
Turbo
the likes of you and
engaged.
me don't have any input on them, on these things anyway, do we? So. We are. Ours is not to wonder why. Ours is to do and pay taxes and stuff. Knowing our luck, the save will be corrupted. Well, I suppose it's better than the politicians being corrupted. But there we go. Go back to 2016 and tell China to stop eating weird foods. Yep. I think there's quite a few decisions we could. We could just. It's like one of those turn the page adventure books, isn't it? What we used to do. I mean, what I used to do. Can't speak for you guys, but I always used to, when I was on those turn the page adventure. Who is it? Warlock of Firetop Mountain and Citadel of Chaos and things like that. I can't remember who is it. Was it Steve Jackson and somebody else? Was it Jackson? Steve Jackson? Jackson seems right. Steve, I'm not sure.
Target now locked on. Gate. Residence
And anyway, so it'd be fight the orc, turn to page 23, or run away and hide behind the pillar or something. Turn to page 68, all that kind of thing. What I would always do. Oh, it's Peter Jackson. Sorry. I'm sure there was a Steve in there somewhere. Fight properly, Drew.
entering system. Residence end.
Right, President's End. Right, we need to save it here. So what I used to do is, if I had an important decision which looked like it was going to be catastrophically bad if I got it wrong, I would always keep my finger in the previous page so I could go, I accidentally turned the page, right? It is Steve Jackson. There we go. Peter Jackson is the director. I was going to say, I thought it was Steve. Ian Livingstone. There we are. Not Peter Jackson. It's Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson. Let's get it right. So I used to keep my finger on my thumb in the previous page. So if I'd made the wrong choice, I could always turn back and go, the orc. Yeah, I've obviously run away from him. So I could basically cheat. But I would sort of, in my fantasy mind, I'd be telling myself that actually I had some kind of prescient thinking and made the right choice. Well, that's what we need basically. Somebody should have kept their finger or their thumb in the 2016 page so we can go back there and try all the other decisions that we didn't make. But alas, we are stuck with the reality sucks, doesn't it? We can't reload the save. Physics model very, very limiting. Available credits very, very small. What can you do? There we go. Ian Livingstone. Oh, it's Ian Livingstone. Right, there we go. Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson, founder of the Games Workshop. That's it. I was such a geek with those sheet of A4 pencil map. Yeah. So I did that as well. I remember doing it. One of my favourite ones, I think, was Forest of Doom, which I think is now. Some of those are available as apps on your phone, so it's worth going back to revisit them if you haven't otherwise seen them. Oh, there's a
Target
pirate.
now locked on. Autopilot activated.
I'm sorry, my friend. You just killed yourself.
Target is now in flight. Autopilot off.
President and Senator.
Right, let's find somewhere to dock, actually, because
Later, as a reward, you get 200
there isn't
credits.
anything here. Very close, actually. That's a bit weird. Let's go to. There we go. Space equipment dock. Forest of Doom on my C64. Okay, wow. John Emery has a 20th anniversary edition in front of me. Big Boo says I haven't found any cheat codes in real life either. You seem to have to play the game properly or be a Tory. Maybe that is the cheat code. T-O-R-Y. Yay!
Target
I'm
now
rich.
locked. Successfully docked.
On behalf of our President and Senator.
Yeah, next gate to enemy space. It makes sense, yeah.
For the Argonne Federation's training station.
Oh dear. Well, this isn't a political stream, so we're not going to comment on it, but it's just head-shakingly bad, isn't it? I love the idea of being able to hack real life with a cheat code, though. That would be good.
Connection to local
Right,
trading
let's
network
save here
established.
then. So we are in President's End. Hopefully it's not Drew's End as well. Let's see if we can sneak into Xenon space and find this gate. Dun, dun, dun. So it's east, isn't it? East from here. Engage. Here we go. Wasn't that the base of the movie Source Code? I vaguely remember that one, yeah. Mad Monks of I used to buy a fighting fantasy book each week. Yeah, so I think I had about 20 of them. I don't know what happened to them. I think they've been thrown out of that, which is a shame actually, 'cause I'd like to try them again. I vaguely...
aim.
I think I got to about 20 of them. They got a little... What I must admit, I didn't... I like the early ones, which were all sort of fantasy feel. There was a space one in there as well, with you commanded a spaceship. And there was another one where it was basically Mad Max, but in paper book form. I remember that one.
Target now locked on. Gate unidentified enemy sector.
Okay, so this is unidentified enemy sector. But then they all started getting a little bit horror oriented, and I must admit, I'm not a horror person. I don't like horror, so I think at that point I stopped buying them, and that probably coincided with going off to university in about 1988. So I think that's when I kind of checked out of the fighting fantasy books around about then. But I think they kept going, didn't they? There's like dozens and dozens of them. I don't know.
Entering system.
Warlock of Firetop
Unidentified
Mountain was
enemy
brilliant.
sector.
Right, okay, so here we go. Now I need to concentrate here. What have we got? We are now in enemy space. I can see some M2s about. Okay, now I don't think the gate is here, but what I don't know is which direction I should be going to find the gate. Did we go past the gate before? So, okay, I'm looking for some sort of station or wreckage. So here's what we can see here. Absolutely crawling with Xenons, as you'd expect. Stuff is moving though, so it doesn't look to me like there's any wreckage here. So, based on Big Boo's map, we're here now. I don't recall whether or not we saw it on the way through. So, either way, we can go north, potentially into enemy space, or we can go east into enemy space, both of which are uncharted. I've got a feeling it might be in here. I vaguely recall that we saw something on the way back, but I don't think it was that one. So I'm going to try and sneak around the map and see if I can go east across there, I think. Let's see what we can find. Right, so how are we going to do that? I think the best way to do that is to try and avoid and go totally up.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
Let's see if we can...
Autopilot off.
Oh, the Xenon's already over me. Let's go up. We're going directly up now. Let's see how well that works. I've got a Xenon on the tail. already.
Alert. Rocket closing.
Ow.
Alert. Rocket closing.
Okay, so we're under attack. So there's no way to sneak through this space. Alas. Let's see how we can get to close. Their rockets don't seem to be too effective on my shield, fortunately. Let's see how the beaters work.
Alert. Rocket closing.
I can dissuade them so I didn't do anything at all with it. I don't think I can do anything about these rockets either. The rockets don't seem to do much damage to me. So unless I get hit by a coordinated attack,
Alert. Rocket closing.
I think I'm alright. looking at the map. We've got everybody and their dog closing on me. Yay!
Target now locked on. Alert. Rocket closing.
How's off you? So fast they almost outrun their weapons.
Target left firing range.
Yeah, it's just insane. Right, let's take a run for the gate. Steve Jackson is 71.
Target is now in firing range. Target is now in firing range.
Xenon's trying to buzz me.
Target left firing range.
Okay, so the Xenons are a bit dumb here. They're basically not
Target
coordinating
is
their
now in
attacks.
firing range.
Because if they did, they would obliterate me, but they're not.
Target is now in firing
Maybe I should have bought
range.
some Hornet missiles, yeah.
No aim. Alert. Rocket closing. Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
So the rockets do a certain amount. Whoa!
Attention. Energy low.
That was a bit scary. No sense of humour, these Xenons.
Alert. Rocket closing.
Okay, so it looks like
Target is now in firing
we're
range.
going to make it to the gate, which is good news.
Target left. Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
There's a pirate ship that somehow managed to make it through.
Alert. Rocket closing. Alert. Rocket closing.
For the gate. Right, we're going to about. Here we go. Lucky Luigi's here as well. Right, let's make it through the gate. Here we go.
Entering system. Unidentified.
Right, so we
enemy
haven't been
sector.
here before. Oh, there's a pirate ship. Okay, hang on a minute. So, okay, this is full of Xenons, but there is nothing here of any consequence, it would seem. Okay, so that's unexplored space according to Big Boo's map. We could go north, or we could go south. It's actually quite quiet here. So I'm going to do my usual evasive maneuver technique. Let's go up. Kelly Buglar, the enemy AI is generally weak in beyond the frontier, which is a shame. Yeah, because I mean they could have easily overwhelmed me. Now, have I snuck past enough of them? Right, shall I go north and west? Because then I can at least. Look, I've got the entire fleet of Xenons closing on me now. They've obviously picked me up. They're heading in my direction. Let's go north and see. Okay, so there's the north gate. Oh, the gate isn't north. In that case, we'll go south then. Well, that's the next mission. So there's more. There'd be more missions. Okay, what's this going to confuse the Xenon then? Where the hell is he going? Right, okay. At some point we need to complete the map because that's just the thing that needs to be done. Let's see if we can find the gate. Okay, we'll go south. Did I encounter it before? I'm trying to remember. I think I was so concerned with not getting obliterated I wasn't really paying attention. So they are trying to keep up with me, these pestilent. Yes, look at that. They're basically trying to get that guy. But you're not fast enough now, you pesky Xenons. Can't catch me. So basically I'm fast enough to outrun anything that isn't an M2. And presumably the M1s and M0s, if there are M0s, basically just don't go anywhere near those. Yeah, look, my ship is actually fast enough now to outrun the lower spec ships, which is quite good. So there are more missions. This is just a recce run. Okay, so how far through the game am I?
Target now locked on.
As a
Gate
sort of percentage.
unidentified
Don't give me
enemy
spoilers.
sector.
But just in terms of how many missions there are, because I'm getting relatively close to maxing out my ship, so I kind of feel like these missions should be approaching sort of end game-ish stuff, but maybe not.
Entering system. Unidentified enemy sector.
Right, okay, so here's another enemy sector full of M3s and stuff. Or not. Okay. There's something in the middle there. Not dense. The Xenon seem to be a long way off to the edge, so let's head eastish where there isn't a gate. You're in the last third. Okay, maybe a quarter. All right, that's good to know. There's definitely something. There is something in the middle. I saw that. Yeah. So is that the thing? Well, all I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak around the left-hand side of the map, stay out of range a bit. Or the east side of the map. Is that east? East. No, east. I'm not sure. Anyway, you know what I mean. Just to sort of hang out a bit. Okay. So most of the Xenons are quite a long way away from me at the moment, which is good. Game time, I'm well past halfway. Okay, interesting enough. There are 5 missions. This is still mission 2. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right, so there's something there. I don't think I can see. Oh, yeah, is that the wreck? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely something there. Okay, let's sneak in. I can see a Xenon off to my right. Okay, that's a good point. I'll just take a peek. There's some debris. It does look like a broken gate. Yeah, it does. Okay, so that's cool. There's a Xenon coming in here.
Target now locked on.
What do I have
Gate.
to do? Scan it? How do I scan it? Press R. Oh yeah, press R.
Space gates are believed to be leftovers of a superior ancient alien life form. Scientists of all races failed to explain how they work. They form a web connecting the different systems and allowed all of the races to leave their home systems after they invented local space flight and found the gates.
Nice. Okay, so I need to get a bit close. So that was it, was it? That's mission accomplished. It's definitely Xenon. That looks like a very big Xenon.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship. Autopilot off.
Oh, no.
Target left firing range.
Let's go. Okay, so that was mission accomplished. Right, excellent. So now presumably I've got to get back to...
Target is now in firing range.
Argol Prime.
Target
Tell them
is
what I
now
found.
in firing range. Target is now in firing range.
The gate is broken.
Target is now in firing range. Target is now in firing range.
Okay, so that's good. Ooh. Okay, so we found a broken gate.
Target is now in firing range.
So interesting enough that these gates, nobody knows how they work. Broken but not destroyed, yeah.
Entering system. Unidentified enemy sector. Target is now in firing
Okay,
range.
so let's head west. Let's get out of Dodge. Let's just go straight forward.
Turbo engaged.
Try and come get me. It won't work. Engage Brave Sir Robin mode, exactly. I would just... There's an entire armada of ships. Built by a race that no one here knows about. That's for future games. Oh, boy, let's be careful. Wouldn't it be cool if there was something like that at the edge of our solar systems? That some alien race basically said, here's your ticket to the galaxy, my friends. All you need to do is build a spaceship capable of getting to the outside edge of your solar system. I sense a sci-fi novel. Yeah, it must have been. I mean, imagine go through
Target
that for the first
now
time.
locked
That would be very
on.
cool.
Gate unidentified enemy sector.
I think that novel is called The
Entering
Expanse.
system unidentified enemy sector.
Right, so all I've got to do is I've got to get across here, haven't I? So let's just balls to the wall, as they say.
Turbo engaged.
Okay, just runs straight through the middle.
Target now locked
Ooh,
on.
sounds like-
Unknown Xenon ship.
Is that a class 1? Oh, no, that is a class 2.
Target left firing range. Target is now in
My ship is
firing
fast
range.
enough to outrun
Alert.
the small
Rocket
ones.
closing.
So they all swarm in. They don't attempt to intercept me.
Dragonfly missile. Alert. Rocket closing.
Oh, they are hitting me a bit now.
Target left firing range. Dragonfly missile. Alert. Rocket closing.
Boom. Is that a Xenon base there? That's pretty cool. Oops. No! What happened? Did something ram me? No! That's just mean. That means I've got to sneak. Sneak through there again. Right. Let's do the controller adjustment because I forgot to do that. Ramming always works. Well, that was just unlucky, really, wasn't it? Because I didn't even see, I think it rammed me from behind. I didn't see it.
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable program.
Right, so we're now back in President's End, so I've got to go back through and scan the thingy again. haven't I?
Turbo engaged.
I think I got tailgated. I think I did. I think they came up from behind and smacked me. I don't know. I don't know if there's much I could have done about that. It was a bit like last night's stream with Star System, where I managed to land. Well, not land. Crash the ship. Dr. Quest empty
No
ship
aim.
upside down on the planet. Not quite sure how that happened either. It's a write-off. That's how I lost my last car. Xenon M2s don't try to avoid you. Okay, so if I see one closing on me, I need to be a bit careful. Okay, so hang on. So the base thing was in. It was in 4.5, wasn't it? So that's what I've got to go east, east, south, and then get back again in one piece, obviously. So making a run through Xenon space is fraught with difficulty. M2s break for nobody.
Target now locked on. Gate unidentified
East, east,
enemy
south, and then
sector.
north, east, north, west, west. Right. Okay.
Entering system unidentified enemy sector.
Right.
Turbo engaged.
Oh, I was so close to getting home as well. I was
Target
just
now
here, wasn't
locked on. Pirate ship.
it? Okay, fingers crossed.
Alert. Rocket closing.
There's a pirate ship there, which
Alert.
the Xenon
Rocket
seem to be
closing.
totally ignoring. The upside down cats, yeah, that was funny, wasn't it, yesterday? Oh, look at these M2s just arsing about in front of me.
Alert. Rocket closing.
Who knows where I'm going this time?
Dragonfly missile self-destructed.
Dragonfly missile self-destructed. Why would you do that?
Alert. Rocket closing.
I'm glad they've got those double shields. They seem to make you virtually, apart from the rams, virtually invulnerable to enemy fire. Especially since they're not very coordinated. Look at them swooping around and past me. What is that station? I don't know what that station is actually. Can I scan it from here? I've probably gone too far past it. Oh, no, there it is.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon. No one has ever been near enough to a Xenon space station to report what it looks like or what technology it uses.
There we go. Don't go there.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
That was quite cool. I haven't remapped anything. Yeah,
Target is now in
that's a bit weird
firing
with the
range.
missiles. I don't think I've got anything mapped. It should be M
Target
and L.
is
isn't it?
now in firing range. Target left firing range. Alert. Rocket closing.
It's like a Star Destroyer flying over the top of you. Stop blowing holes in my ship!
Target is now in firing range.
They don't leave you alone for very long, do they? I've got at least 4 of those M2s on me. Oh, there's another one there.
Target is now in firing range.
Oh, no, something else is firing at me. Just
Target left firing
I'm not
range.
causing any aggro, Mr. Xenon. Just let me through.
Alert. Rocket closing.
Seem to be very keen on that, do they? Right, east again.
Entering
Damn Pete, can I kill those M2s yet? No,
unidentified
not with my
enemy
current
sector.
weapons. I'm on the second best to top weapons, but they don't even make a dent. So, no is the answer to that one, unfortunately. Right, now I've got to go south. Now this was easier, wasn't it? Because
Turbo engaged.
they can't keep up with me here. So yeah, no, the M2s are just... they seem to be very OP fast, to be honest. I mean, they're massive. They're massive ships. And they're like way faster and more manoeuvrable than any of the smaller fighters. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. You'd have thought they would scale them a bit differently. In the sense that, you know, the smallest fighters would be like super fast but really like glass cannons, and then the bigger ships would be much more fearsome weaponry, harder to kill but far less manoeuvrable. The fact that those M2s just don't look realistic floating around like that, because it's, you know, it's a massive ship like that. How could they
Target
be that
now locked
fast
on.
powered?
Gate unidentified enemy sector.
Doesn't quite work for me, that does. Massive ships, big engines, just huge drag races is what they are, yeah. But they can turn corners as well, you know. It's totally disobeying the laws of physics. Not that this game is particularly strong on the laws of physics, obviously, but even so, you know what I mean? Xenon are always supposed to outclass you at each stage 4, so you need to upgrade. Okay, suppose that makes
Entering system.
I scrapped my last car. There wasn't much left
unidentified
once I'd
enemy
taken everything off I could sell. Wow, that sounds scary, Milan. Inertia is reversed in this galaxy. Right, all we need to do is quickly run for that thing. And then head back again. Let's try that. So the moment we get a target log, we'll just ID it and then run away again.
Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
Oh. Stupid pirate ship.
Target now locked
Don't
on.
lock on
Pirate ship. Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
Just give me the ID. Come on. There's all sorts of other debris. in
Target
there.
now locked on. Gate. Space gates are believed to be leftovers of a superior ancient alien life form. Scientists of all races failed to explain how they work. They form a web connecting the different systems and allowed all of the races to leave their home systems after they invented local space flight and found the gates.
There we go. What happens if we try and fly through? Presumably it's not online. Presumably this other stuff is just debris, is it? It's not
Target now locked on. Gate.
Oh, that's-
Target now
I'll
locked
try and fly
on.
through.
Gate.
I doubt it will work. Presumably it's busted. I'm assuming at some point we'll have to initialise or repair the gate somehow. So this gate doesn't work. Surprise, surprise. So just run back for the other.
Turbo engaged.
Engage the ship wobbler. Okay, so now we've got to go north, west, west. Stephen Usher is here. Hello, Stephen. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. We are deep in Xenon space,
aim.
facing the wrath of the Xenons, trying to stop them from ramming us out of existence this morning, which has happened once. I've already died, which is good. Yeah, we've got the stream death out of the way. How is the Halon attack? Well, we're working through our noble gases. One by one. We've dealt with the Argon. Now we're dealing with the Xenon.
Unidentified enemy sector.
Okay, right. So here, this first one is easy. We just need to go straight to the west gate. It's the second one that's swarming with those M2 ships, which is the problem. I think.
Entering system.
Because we can't
Unidentified
save when
enemy
we're in
sector.
Xenon 2 space either. It's this getting home business that is the challenge.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship. Turbo engaged.
Oh look, they're all lined up. Now just
Target
They
is
can't.
alert.
They can't.
Alert.
See, the smaller
Rocket
ships can't keep up
closing.
with this.
Alert. Rocket closing. Alert. Rocket closing.
I feel like I need some chaff.
Mosquito missile self-destructed.
You keep saying mosquito missile self-destructed, but I've only got 2 missiles on the ship, and they never seem to get used up. So I don't quite know where that message is coming from. And I need to. So they've got the
Alert.
sunglasses for the neon. Yeah,
Alert.
the sunglasses.
Rocket
In case we
closing.
encounter any neons, I have got the sunglasses. Where they? Here they go. I've got, I've got neon mode engaged. There we are.
Wasp missile self-destructed.
There it goes again. What's with this missile self-destructing? Alright, new Xenons can't keep up with me. The Xenons seem to be firing Argon missiles. Maybe they are. That's weird. So that's the bad guy's missile. Was it not able to keep up with me? So the small ships are of no consequence to me now because I can outrun them. And because my shields are so strong, I can fly through the middle of them with impunity. The only thing that can actually kill me at the moment is being rammed by an M2 ship, because the AI is not very good at coordinated attacks. Children studies. Good look. Maybe it was at some point in the distant past. I suspect it's desperately uncool now, but who cares? Yes. I don't think I've ever been cool. I was never one of the cool kids at school.
Entering system
Oh,
unidentified
I
and
think
accepted.
I think I still am. Unashamedly, just Drew. Drew is what you get. Right. Okay. So here we go again. Let's see if we can get through Xenon space without getting obliterated. Don't ram my ship. It's artificial ignorance.
Target
ships.
now locked on unknown Xenon ship. Target is now in firing range.
It's just swarming with
Rocket closing.
Xenon ships.
Target left. Alert. Alert. Rocket closing.
I'll give it to them.
Alert.
They're trying pretty
Rocket
hard.
closing. Alert. Rocket closing.
They're trying harder this time than they
Alert. Rocket closing. Wasp missile self-destructed. Wasp missile alert. Rocket closing.
Right, come on.
Alert.
You
Rocket
can do this.
closing.
Look at that. I mean, it's just ridiculously fast.
Alert. Rocket closing.
Don't ram my ship. Just stop it. No. I was never cool either. I
Rocket
feel like.
closing.
Yeah, but all the cool kids never did very
No
well, to be
aim.
honest. At least none of the ones at my school did. So you know, they got their 5 minutes of fame in upper sixth form or whatever it was. That was their peak. You know, they had their coolness. You know, it doesn't pay to be cool. Actually, to be honest,
Target now locked on unknown Xenon ship.
it paid much better to be
Target
a geek,
left firing.
as it turned out. Geeks did inherit the earth.
Target is
Relatively,
now in firing range.
I must admit, I don't know
Alert.
what
Rocket
happened to
closing.
that many people from my school.
Dragonfly
I do know a
missile
few.
self-destructive.
Dare I say it? I'm probably one of the more successful
Target
ones
is now in
from my
firing
year group.
range.
Ah! Said on the ship at point blank range. That one almost tailgated me out of existence. Right, there's the gate. We're almost there. Come on,
Target left
run for the
firing
gate.
range.
Fly, you fools.
Alert. Rocket closing. Target is now in firing. Target now locked on unknown Xenon ship.
Okay, we're almost at the gate. Don't ram my ship out of existence.
Target now locked on unknown Xenon. Target now
we go.
locked on gate. Residence end.
Yes! Some of the cool kids are just jealous of me now because I got to drive tanks at work without being shot at. That works.
Entering system. Residence end.
Yay! Right, we survived.
Target now
there's a
locked
Xenon.
on unknown Xenon ship.
Let's give it a
Autopilot
hard time.
activated.
Because
Target is now in firing range.
so the autopilot, awesome piece of technology.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation thank you for your help with this invader. As a reward, you get 500 credits.
Target now locked on unknown Xenon ship. Autopilot activated.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation thank you for your help with this invader. As a reward, you get 100 credits.
Target now locked on unknown Xenon.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation.
Right, we are
thank you
here
for your
now,
help
back
with this
in
invader.
Argon
As a reward,
space.
you get 100 credits.
And Thus, we found the secret jump gate. So what do we need to do with that information? Do I need to take it back to... Do I need to take it back to somewhere? Do I need to take it back to that destroyer? Where? Okay, I've got to go and see Bandana. Where is he? Where was Bandana? Was he up at... Was he in Argon Prime? Oh, the wall. Okay, so that's one north of here. I can't remember where half these places are. Right, north we go then. Engage, maximum warp. Report to Argon 1. Is space called space because there's so much space in space? I don't know actually. Why is space called space? Because there's nothing in it. Presumably. There's lots of it. It's like, why is Earth called Earth? I mean, Earth is a really unimaginative name for a planet, really, isn't it? You know, we've got Mercury, messenger of the gods, Venus, goddess of love, Jupiter, king of the gods, and then we've got Earth. Dirt. Soil. It's a really stupid name for a planet.
Target now locked on. Gate.
Should the Earth really be called?
Defense headquarters.
We should come up with a better sod. We should come up with a better name for the Earth, shouldn't we? Really. Common joke, aliens of sci-fi. Why is your planet called Earth? I don't know. Well, it's a good question. Why is it called the Earth? If you're the centre of the universe, you don't need a name. That's a good point. Everyone's
system. The wall. Defense headquarters.
Yeah, that's from Hitchhikers, of course, isn't it? Terror. Terror I quite like. But isn't that just another word for Earth? Earth was probably really imaginative when language was being developed. Yeah, that's the only word we've got. We'll have to use that. Right, so where is Bandana? Oh,
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
Xenon. They call them Xenons.
Target is now in firing range.
I call them Xenons. Xenons. Tomatoes.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation thank you for your help with this invader. As a reward, you get 1,000 credits.
So 1,000 credits. Where is Bandana? I see Argon Prime. Is that the central? I'm looking for an M1. Is that blue thing over there? Frank reckons a great name for our planet. We should call it Frank. Planet Frank. Could be worse. Big blue ship. Okay. Yeah, which is there. Look at it. There it is. Terror I quite like. Planet Terror. Who wants to live on Frank? That's a bit of a personal question for the Soviet world, isn't it? That would make us Franklings. Actually, that's being completely frank. No, I knew somebody was going to say that. Franklings are Frank, part of the Dronian Empire.
Target now locked on. Argon 1.
Argon 1. Right, comms.
This is Argon Carrier 1. Contact established.
I found the secret gate.
One moment. I will inform Bandana immediately.
Great. Now that we know where the jump gate is located, our government will immediately activate a plan to attack the Xenon forces. The threat is real. Our first objective is to destroy the energy installations of the Xenon. Our undercover activities made it clear that it would be impossible to ultimately destroy the Xenon before destroying their power plants. We destroy a ship, and they build 2 new ones.
What can I do?
You proved to be a good fighter pilot. Now we will give you the chance to play the key role in our attack on the Xenon. There are a number of power plants in the Xenon territory south of Boron Sector Ultrius Cloud. You will have to upgrade your ship till you can effectively wipe out a number of power plants. As soon as you decide to fly to the target sector, our fleet will be activated to support you. We will take care of the massive defense forces in that sector, while you eliminate the power plants. However, our fleet alone will not be able to hold back the Xenon fleet for long. If you are able to contact the other races, ask them to join our attack. Hopefully, they will understand the importance of this war.
Welcome to the Argonopedia.
Oh.
You have chosen to look at the entry for the Xenon.
I'm not sure if this is a cutscene or whether I'm supposed to interrupt it or not. Seem to be getting a long, very, very long tactical display. There we go. Right, so basically there's a vulnerable spot. Okay, so I didn't hear any instructions there at all. Okay, so I will contact the other races immediately. Okay, I will start the attack soon. Before I start this attack, I will do some more trading. So, what? Shoot everything. It's obviously a good answer. So, okay. Contact the other races. Start the attack soon. I will start. Before I start this attack, I will first build up my trade empire more. Be looking for those stations and kill them. Okay. So, do we contact the? I was just about to say that, Stephen. It's an exhaust port just below the main port. It's ray shield, so I have to use torpedoes. It's 2 meters wide. It looked about 2 meters wide. Is it about as big as a womp rat? Okay, so the biggest guns will take out the stations. Or can I use missiles on them? Okay, so do I contact the other races, or do I just say, "Nah, let's go"? Presumably, I've got to do both. What's the best option to choose here? I will contact. I will start the attack soon. I think we'll start the attack soon. Oh, I just fired missiles.
Fine. The attack can start at any time. Bandana out.
Excellent.
You better watch your... Do you want to get my backup?
Could just accidentally launch some missiles at the ship. Just testing them. Hornet missiles will help. Okay. So we could just go for it. Glory for yourself. Yay! That's the way to do it.
Autopilot on.
Right. So where do I get some Hornet missiles from? Because I've got loads of cash. I could get help. I can't be able to go and get help. Let's do it on our own. So that was bandana. Okay, so this isn't too hard a mission. Okay, so where do I get some Hornet missiles from? That's the next thing. I can't remember where we bought those from. Argon Prime. We're in the wall at the moment. And I've got to go somewhere I haven't been as well. Hornet missiles are in Paranid Prime. Okay, so that's down there. So we'll head that way first. And go, okay, so where have I got to go? Certainty of death, small chance of success. Yep. Okay. We have got to destroy 7 power plants, but it doesn't tell me where. See, that's... I mean, you have to pay an awful lot of attention to the dialogue. Otherwise you're going to miss out. Anyway, let's head, because we've got to go south. South of Atrius Clouds. He did say, yeah, so that's south of Atrius Clouds, which is... Where's Atreus Clouds? I can't even see Atreus Clouds. Have I not been to Atreus Clouds yet? 3-3. Where's 3-3? Oh, there. Okay. Right, okay. So is there nowhere else I can get versus the boron sector to go south to unexplored space? Okay, cool. Is there anywhere else I can get Hornet missiles along the way? Because Paranid Prime is a bit of an irritating trek, actually, from where we are. Classic of video games, do all the heavy lifting alone, no help whatsoever, and the coast is clear, we walk up. Yeah, I know. Okay, go and pick up some cash from the factory into Lardy space and then upgrade the lasers. We could just do that. Okay, so the problem is everything's on the wrong side of the map. Okay, so we could go and upgrade the lasers from thing. We could go back to Argon Prime and just see if there's any money in my thing. Go back to Lardy space, get all the monies, come back with the big guns. I feel like the big guns make sense, actually. I'd like to get the big guns just because big guns, right? So should we do that? Let's go back to Argon Prime, which is just next door. Let's pick up the money from there. Let's get all the other monies. You can get gamma things, but I haven't got the money for the gammas yet, have I? How much money do I need for the gammas, by the way? It was 691,000 each. I don't think I've got that much money.
No.
Let's see how much money my farm has made in them. Yeah. I don't have the cash yet, but would I have the cash at my... That's 1.2 million, isn't it? But will the betas make a dent in these factories, I suppose, is that the question. So maybe I just need to get the big guns. I don't understand why there's any decision to make, said Frank. There's bigger guns. The big friendly giant.
Target now locked on.
I had a different
Gate
name.
Argon Prime.
Yes, I always use the word fudge. Big fudging guns. Okay, so cloud-based northwest as well. Okay, so basically let's see how we're doing money-wise, because we've made a little bit
Argon
more.
Prime.
And my solar thingamajig farm should have made some cash, shouldn't it? While I've been away. Okay, is that the right way to my... It's over there somewhere. And we get the best weapons ever. And then our ship is effectively as maxed out as it can be. Ooh. Number one son of Space T. Yay, thank you, number one son.
That's right. You're not here, so.
Yay. Cheers. His wife must be out. Son has taken charge. Good for son. Very well trained family. Right, is that my wheat farm? Space T walked in there. It's in a green mug as well. I don't know if that works.
Target
it's
now locked on.
semi-transparent
Wheat
mug,
farm.
isn't it? Look at that. Because it's green. It's a space mug.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your wheat farm.
Welcome back. Oh, one of my freighters was doing its thing. Right. Okay, so have we...
Connection to local trading
it's been a bit more
network
money.
established.
There we go. Give us all the monies. There we go.
Funds
Okay,
transferred.
so let's head back then to way back up. Oh, north now, isn't it? Right, so we're in Argon Prime. I've got to go north, east. No, north. Yes, north, east, 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 north, 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 east, east, south. Okay, hang on. North, east, east, east. I'll do that first. got to remember because I've got this problem with my short-term memory. You see, which would be fine, other than the problem with my short-term memory. Halfway to one gun. Yeah, I suppose I will save a bit of money when I sell the other guns, but that's coupled with the short-term memory. Yes, exactly right. It is. I've got a phantom teacup. Look at that. It sort of cloaks as it goes across the screen. It's semi-cloaked. It's semi-stealth tea.
Ship.
Stealth space tea. What was my problem with the short? I can't remember. What was my problem with the short-term memory?
No aim.
Can't be important. Right. Space tea has arrived. This is the main thing. So north, east, east, east. I'll start with that.
Target now locked on. Gate Heron's Nebula.
The entire chat is now having problems with its short-term memory. This coupled with the fact my short-term memory has been erased.
Entering system. Heron's Nebula.
Heron's Nebula.
Turbo engage. Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
Better deal with the Xenons.
Autopilot activated. Target is now in firing range.
Dun, 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 dun.
On behalf of our President and Senator,
Amazing AI
our
evasive
Confederation,
there.
thank you for your help with this invader.
Where's the other one?
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship. Target is now in firing range.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation, thank you for your help with this invader.
It's quite alright. Don't mind dealing with the Xenons.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship. Target is now in firing range.
Ooh.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation,
Right,
thank you
east-
for your
east
help
we
with
go.
this invader.
Where's east? Just still a weird construct in space, but hey. This is maybe when I build up a few more factories before getting into the missions. It makes cash use to come by and you do the grind while you're not too. Yeah, I suppose that's probably fair enough.
Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
Ooh, can't be bothered. The new Doctor will be Boris. Yeah, they do look a little bit like eagles, don't they? What are you lot all doing in my living room? Goldfish and others. Right, so we're heading east, and then we go east a few times. Let's see how we're doing weapon-wise. I mean, don't you think she looks tired? Seem to work for this trust. I must admit, there's a very small piece of me that feels sorry
Entering
for her,
system.
but
The
it is a
whole.
very
Amek
small
headquarters.
piece. Because I mean, what must it be like to spectacularly fail in your job in full light of basically the entire world stage? I mean, she's the shortest lived, shortest serving. She might be the shortest lived. Shortest serving Prime Minister in the UK ever. You know, she was in office for less time than the selection process that actually got her into the office. So,
Target
I mean,
now locked on. Pirate ship.
you can't. There's no way she can live that down, is there? I mean, she's going to be. That's it. I mean, it kind of. I mean, your career is
No
effectively
aim.
over, surely. I'll do anything for £5 million. Well, maybe that's what it was. There was some maybe there's a good conspiracy theory there. There was some backroom deal where basically, if you
Target
trash
now
everything
locked on.
and make yourself
Argon
universally unpopular and take one for the I don't know whatever, then we'll see you good, Liz. But it will be the end of your
No
career.
aim.
Who knows, right? I suppose Trust did get to serve under 2 monarchs. That's more than the other PM in quite a while. That's very true. Yeah. 45-day term, including 10 days of
Target
official
now
board.
locked on. Gate Atreus Cloud.
Think of all the new bulk markets. That's just horrible, isn't it? Oh well. The machinations of the mighty.
Entering system.
Tin, more like
Atreus
aluminium
Cloud.
foil, yeah, she was. The funny thing is, whatever she said, you knew it was going to be turned around within about 24 hours. Unlike Maggie Thatcher again. On the bright side, she'll get a pension of $115,000 a year. Not bad for 1 month's work. I mean, it's pretty good going, isn't it? Like, really? I like what Charlie said to her. Are you still here? Well, there's a lot of pressure on her to forgo that. I don't think it's a pension, though, is it? It's some sort of allowance for doing public work or something. I mean, I'm sure they'll do everything to claim it, because you know they would. But it's not a pension, is it? It's like it's some sort of allowance for doing public duties or something. I'm not sure, something like that. Gravity's Error, hello, good to see you, Jack. Twitch brought me here. This looks like fun. How old is this game? This is how old is this game? What's this? 1999? Somebody will know. Big Boom will know. I think I have run out of Easts. That's a very good point. Where the hell am I? I must be in. I must be in Atreus Clouds then. Let's go north. I was just busy chatting away to you guys and totally missed that. I couldn't go. It's 1999. There we go. Last century. How many prime ministers old is this? Oh, dozens of prime ministers old. That's how old it is. If she's never asked to do any public engagement, she can forgo. She's perhaps she's not going to lose any money. Gordon Brown didn't accept it. Oh, good for him. Yeah, I suppose that's something. I don't know, what time is it yet? So, is it set in the parallel universe where space explosions produce sounds? I think virtually all space games produce sound.
Target now.
I think the
locked on.
rationale
Gate broke.
in most of them, and I think in Star Citizen there's a piece of law about this that basically says that the explosion sounds are synthetic, i.e. they're manufactured inside the cockpit of the ship, so that you've got some reference for your audio sensors to tell you what's going on outside the ship, which
Entering system.
is a bit
Rogue
which is a bit of a stretch, but it's quite a good law explanation. So yes, so explosions make sounds in space, which of course is nonsense, but for the purposes of
Target now locked
emotion and
on.
having fun,
Unknown Xenon ship.
I think that's good. Right, so we're going to make some more
Autopilot
explosions here.
activated.
Right, let's deal with this pesky Xenon. Engage warp drive.
Target is now in firing
Oh,
range.
look, he hasn't seen us coming. They don't pay attention to their scanners, the Xenons, do they? Or the Xenons. Well, that one does. That one's shooting at us, right? This one's going to get a banana up tailpipe. The other one's doing really well.
Attention, energy low.
Everyone's doing a really good job of shooting at me. Just not doing as much as good.
In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of
Let's get the
Boron,
other one.
we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 1,000 credits.
Target now locked on.
Good night.
Unknown Xenon ship.
So tougher than
In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of Boron,
North again.
we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 500 credits.
There's the North Gate. Must be over there somewhere. Excellent. Well, they even explained it. Yeah, so there are some space games that think about these things, which is clearly an issue because, you know, Star Trek, Star Wars, all spaceships make noises as well, don't they? Which, of course, doesn't make much sense either. Pew pew is just the sound of the. So yeah, so the weapons firing, you can sort of forgive, can't you? If you're in the ship, because, you know, machinery makes noise, right? So you can sort of, particularly for missile launches or the laser fires and discharges, it might make some sort of noise. I think that's reasonable. The engines, if you're inside the ship, again, will rumble or make the noise, depending on what they're made out of, and how they work. Yeah, engines make sound. But explosions in space, even if you could hear them, they'd be seriously delayed, wouldn't they? Because the only way that sound can travel in space is by some kind of conduction, which doesn't make sense in space. But there's no way the sound of the explosion should reach you at the same time as the light from the explosion. So that doesn't really work. Unless it's some sort of augmented reality. Now, I think there's something to be said for that, actually, because modern cars make their engines sound better by modulating engine noise through the car stereo system, don't they? None of my cars have that, because I've got proper cars where all the engine noise comes from the actual engine. But modern cars make themselves sound cooler by having modulated engine noise coming through the car stereo. So it's kind of got a precedent that you might have a spaceship with modulated space combat noise just to make it sound cooler. Maybe that's all it is. Space
Target
BMW.
now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship. Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
Get lost.
Well, but we won't.
Target is now in fire. Autopilot
We like shooting
activated.
Thargoids, pirate ships.
In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of Boron, we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 200 credits. In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of Boron, we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward,
So maybe
you
that's
get
the explanation.
100 credits.
Maybe spaceships in the future are basically just made by BMW.
Target is now in firing range. Autopilot activated.
I have to say, this autopilot makes chasing these ships really quite easy. All I have to
In
do.
the name
Oh,
of Queen
don't crash
Atreus
into
and
my
the
ship.
Kingdom of Boron, we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 1,000 credits.
Right, where is East? East is over there. So yeah.
Target now locked on.
Okay, so
Vulture.
Firefly certainty had space sounds, right? Yeah, so that's quite good. Sounds your ship makes will be transmitted through the hull, but you wouldn't hear any other sounds from outside. No, exactly right. Big Boo said they said on the latest Elite Dangerous stream that the sound guys and the lore explanation said that the ship generated it for the pilot's benefit too. Okay, so they must have invented that because that wasn't in the original lore guys. But that's a reasonable explanation, I think. I think that's okay. That amazes me. 17 Grace of electric cars, they're so quiet. And boy races get to annoy folks anyway. There's synthetic vroom vroom noises. Well, that's one thing that, you know, electric cars have to now make a noise at low speed, don't they, so that people can hear them coming. Gravity Sound, not even the engine made a sound in space. Firefly in space, yeah. So it did on planets. That was quite right. So yeah, there's some artistic choices there.
No target now.
Obviously, things
locked
like
on. Talati Vulture.
2001: A Space Odyssey didn't have any ship noises like that either. No one would buy a spaceship without the pew pew sounds. No, exactly right.
Entering
An
system.
interesting idea. I had a patient that worked in
Spheres,
sound in
Bucktoid.
cars. A lot of insulated materials required material.
Target
wasn't
now
it?
locked on.
Yeah, so it's a
Gate,
complicated
Spheres,
thing.
Bucktoid.
It is a complicated thing. Sounds good. Tricky1992,000, first time chat. Hello, good to see you. Thank you for popping into the stream. Morning, I'll be watching the recordings on YouTube. Thought I'd sign and drop in. Always good to see you live. It's far more fun to be live, isn't it? Yeah. That's good. So welcome to the stream. We are currently
Target
en
now
route
locked
to
on. Boron
Taladi
Dolphin.
space to pick up some profits. It's always been that way over late. I think so, hasn't it? It probably makes sense that that's
No aim.
that's the explanation. All docking computers should play the Blue Danube as well. That should be a space law.
Target now
Yeah.
locked on. Argon lifter.
I thought every spaceship Elite Dangerous was sold with the guy who made the sound effects for the pilots. You just go, somebody sitting behind the pilots and going pew 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 pew. If the engine is too quiet, it's easy to stall the car. You wouldn't have that problem in any of my cars, Mad Monksoft. I can assure you. The engines in my car, point blank range, collision course detected. Terrible pilots in this universe. They really are. They really need to go back to space school and relearn how to fly, because they just fly at you. There's no lane discipline whatsoever. It's always me who has to take avoiding action. Ask the Taladi carrier for a ship you have the highest rate, and they might be able to give one. That's a good
Target
point.
now locked on. Gate. Taladi
that
gain.
Right, here we are on Taladi Gain. Stalling electric cars would be quite a feat, yeah. I must admit, I have yet to drive an electric
Entering
car.
system.
It's on my list of things to do at some
Taladi
point. Drew did some great sound effects for the first couple of weeks. I did, didn't I? Yes. Yes. Thanks for bringing that up, Big Boo. Right, we're in Taladi Gain, so let's go down to Sizewell. We ought to save the game somewhere soon after all this travelling about. Although we're in far less danger than we used to be, he says. Hopefully. I think electric cars have great acceleration. So, yeah, so I must admit, I've got a feeling, to be honest, for a daily driver, I would probably like an electric car. Because I've got to that age where I'm beginning to think fondly of automatic gearboxes, which 10 years ago I would have been horrified by stating something like that. But the traffic in the UK is so appallingly bad now, particularly down where I live. It never used to be. It's got so much work, so much worse in the last few years, that I can completely get electric cars. No gear changes, lots of torque. I think I'm almost certain I would be sold on one. It's just the frightening cost of getting one that puts me off. And I don't really need a car at the moment, so it would be more a case of I could have one and I'd enjoy it, but I don't actually need one.
Target now locked on. Gate.
So
Sizewell.
if that changes and I do actually need a car, then that call automatic. Will that cause one of your sons to stop speaking to me? Only if I get rid of my other cars. I think I'm safe as long as I've got my other cars. And I suppose technically an electric car isn't an automatic car. It's just a car with one gear,
Entering
isn't it?
system.
Effectively.
Sizewell.
And you don't need to drop the clutch because the electric motor doesn't need to idle. So I suppose technically it's both a manual and an automatic, isn't it? Electric cars are good for folks with driveways. Yes, that's true as well. Right, here we are in Sizewell. Now, is this where? Can I talk to the Taladi here? I've done this mission with my own M3 companions, one from each race. Only 3 survived though. Probably gave them the wrong orders. Get a VW with a dead engine and convert it to electric. Yeah, see, I must admit, if the engine, to be honest, I haven't considered it seriously, but I have considered it a bit seriously, or vaguely, is that if my MX-5 does go bang, which is possible because it's got a supercharger on it and I rag it to death on a regular basis, if the engine in that does go bang, I would be tempted, I think, to maybe electrically convert it. That would be quite good. Because I can imagine a small MX-5 rear-wheel drive with like a Tesla engine in the boot would be quite amusing. Right, so where is the M1? Oh, carry it's the next system down. Right, okay. So what's in this system? Is this the one with my? I can't remember what I put in this system. It's been so long since I've been here. So gears and clutches are workarounds for making the engine work. Exactly. Yeah. That's it. Silicon mine is dead center. Oh, the silicon mine. That's right. Yeah.
Target now locked on to Ladi Bat. Autopilot and autopilot off.
That's my silicon mine. There. There are some electric car kits these days. I think it's still like stupidly expensive to do it. So
Target
it probably
now
isn't
locked on
viable right now.
silicon
But it's
mine.
an interesting idea because I mean the amount. I mean, if I could just, I think probably one Tesla motor would be enough.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your silicone mine.
This is where you didn't buy your fighters because I didn't have any money. Thanks for that. Get it back well. Yeah, so it's a lot of money, isn't it? It probably wouldn't be viable at the moment, but it's a thought. It's a thought. Don't go on the M1, it's worse than the M25. Right, okay. Oh, we've got money! Well, not enough money, but money. Okay, so this is...
The credits that this factory made by selling its products
This
can
is
be
my silicon
transferred to your account.
Yes, we need to leave it with
Also
a bit of
credits
cash.
from your account
Got
funds
667 now. There we go. 10k is enough. Right. Oh, I can only give it 23 or nothing. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's good. So Tricky says that the carrier is in the next system down, which we need to go to anyway, because we'll probably need to go there and top up its things, won't we? So how are we doing cash-wise now? We have 667,000 credits, so that's about half of what we need. But not quite half of what we need, because how much I need one. If I was going to buy both, okay, I haven't got quite enough for one yet. But the other two things are worth 300,000 each. So actually, I only need about 900. I basically need about 1 million. I need about 1 million credits to be able to do this. So let's see how the other one's been doing. Nearly enough for one gun. But the energy plant has no crystals. Yeah. So that's a gun's worth.
No aim.
Buy a chip plant for big profits. Although theoretically it is able to run efficiently at any RPM, I do worry about the energy losses due to fluid boundary effects between the armature and the air in the motor. So using gears may actually be beneficial to reduce the energy. See, this is the problem. We see Stephen Usher comes in here and he's just desperately clever. I wish I was clever enough to be able to write something like that.
Target now locked on gate greater
Good for you,
profit.
Stephen Usher. See, you're just too darn smart, my friend. Too darn smart. I just nod and go, yeah. Those energy losses because of the fluid boundary effects. Real. That's a real bummer, isn't it? And basically, I just nod along with people like Stephen. I hope I don't get found out being the absolute imbecile
greater
I am.
profit.
Dear. So yeah, this is the thing. Surround yourself with smart, intelligent people, and then just nod along and agree, and maybe occasionally just chuck a question into the conversation, and everyone thinks you're as smart as everybody else. It's worked for me for 30 years.
Target now locked on.
I bet Stephen Usher knows how
Split
to spell cleverer. I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah. Ah dear.
No aim.
Right, let's top this lot up as well. Might as well.
Target now locked on. Crystal Fab Alpha. Successfully docked.
Crystal Fab. Now I can buy crystals here and save the games. That's probably a good idea.
Connection to local trading network established.
Commander Kelvin is with me. As a motoring, I say that to reverse the proton. I think reversing the proton flux is probably a good idea. Let's bottle the crystals. Okay.
Crystals bought.
Let's buy the salvage insurance. And let's go to down here. Let's see how much money it has made. It won't have made enough, I fear.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
My old office had a quote on the wall. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Stephen Usher says, if only if you use delta particles to affect the tachyon flow. That's what I would do. Definitely the thing to be done. Right, presumably my power plant will have run out of energy crystals after all this time. But the question is, how much money has it made?
Connection to local trading
It's made not very much.
Energy cells are the unified energy store.
That's because it's run out of crystals. So basically, no.
Crystals transferred.
I've got 700,000 credits. That's all I've got.
The credits that this factory made
Remember
by
when
selling
50k
its
was a lot
products
of
can
money?
be
Yeah, I do remember
transferred to
those
your
halcyon
account.
days.
Also, credits from your account can be transferred to the factory.
This one doesn't
So
need
freighters working for you.
There we go.
Funds transferred.
Okay, so we've got 711,000 credits. I suppose I should go and stock it up with some crystals then a bit, really, shouldn't I? Because otherwise it can't do its thing.
Successfully
Let's do that
docked.
for a bit.
On behalf
More
of
crystals,
Chairman
yeah.
Keogh, the Telani Company are delighted for the opportunity to make great profits with such as you. Welcome on board this crystal fab.
I think what I'm going to have to do here, guys, is I'm going to have to stash up a load of crystals for it. And by next, if I leave it running
Connection to local trading
for a bit
network
as well, or maybe just travel
established.
around a bit,
Crystals
is the
are
combination
important for
between
the production of various
all of the
weapons.
things that I've got
They are
making money.
produced in
We should end up with enough cash to buy the best guns before too long. But not today. Well, I'm going to say I'm running out of time
target
today as
now
well.
locked
So.
on solar power plant successfully docked.
Whoa, that's
Welcome back
psychedelic.
to your solar power plant.
That's all flickering on my screen as well. Ah, that's clear my eyes. Right, let's just give it loads and loads. How many crystals should I give? Maybe 1,000 crystals.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals transferred.
Oh, no, I'll do that way.
Crystals
There we go.
transferred.
Okay. Let's just stock it up with crystals a bit.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keogh, the Telani Company are delighted for the opportunity to make great profits.
Oh no, you
with
can't
such as
you can't reverse the proton
Welcome
flux without a
on board
parametric
this
adjuster.
crystal
I've never
fab.
got one of those in my time. I can never find my parametric adjuster. It always goes to the same place the 10mm socket goes to.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals bought. Target now locked on.
I have to say, the
Crystal
stocking
Fab
computer is a big
Alpha.
times there, isn't it?
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
Just press the D button. It does all the things for you.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals transferred.
How many crystals do you think I should put in the
Target now
the
locked
factory?
on. Solar power plant. No station for docking found.
I think at least 500.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals bought. Target now locked on. Crystal Fab Alpha. Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
Bum, 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 bum. It's a bit ridiculous that the solar power plant can't send out the freighter to go and buy more crystals on my behalf, but hey, that's clearly not how it works.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals
That's 414.
transferred. Target now locked on. Solar power plant. Target successfully docked.
It's a docking computer, yeah. So that's something we bought a while back, which is a big time saver. But it does mean we don't get the funky docking music anymore, which was quite nice. I quite like the
Connection
old
to
funky
local
music.
trading network. Products are not bought. Crystals bought.
Okay, so is 500 crystals going to be enough? Probably is, isn't it? Okay, so you get 40 energy cells per crystal. You can transport 105, and you're selling them at 10. So each trip is about 40,000. So actually, I probably need about 10, don't I? So I need about 1,000 crystals. Do the maths for 1,000 crystals. Hang on a minute. So 40 energy cells per crystal. So if I got 1,000 crystals, that's 4. No, yeah, no, yes. 4. If I get 1,000 crystals, that's 40,000 energy cells, and I'm selling them for 10. So that's 400,000 credits, isn't it? So basically, I want about 1,000, and I need them to sell the
Target
whole lot.
successfully docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
Okay, so let's make it 1,000 crystals. Nice, easy.
Connection to local trading
Plus, there'll be
network
other money
established.
in the other things
Energy
anyway.
cells
So
are the
I
unified
don't
energy
necessarily need to fill it up entirely, but
Crystals transferred.
500 crystals might be enough. Yeah,
Crystals are important for the production of
yeah, because all the others are generating as well, aren't they? So that might be enough. Let's do one more round just because I'm here.
successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keogh, the Teladi Company are delighted for the opportunity to make great profits with such as you. Welcome on board this Crystal Fab.
It's Crystal Fab. To the FAB.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals bought. Target now locked on.
Ah,
Crystal Fab Alpha.
Okay.
No station for docking found. Connection to local trading network established. Crystals
Right. Okay. So there's
transferred.
619 crystals in there. Now I need to go somewhere to.
Target now locked on.
save the
Solar
game, don't
power
I?
plant.
So hopefully next week we'll have enough cash. Sorry, actually, think about it. It won't be next week because I'm on holiday next week. Or at least I will be travelling back from Scotland next week. So it'll be 2 weeks
Target
before we
now
know
locked on. Successfully
whether I've
docked.
made enough
On
cash.
behalf of Chairman Keogh, the Teladi Company are delighted for the opportunity to make great profits with such as you. Welcome on board this Crystal Fab.
There we go. Grim's room. Got to go to work. Have a great stream. Take it easy, my friend. Oh yeah, let's go
Connection to
visit the
local
carrier. That's a good
trading
point.
network
Actually, we won't save here in that
established.
case. Let's go visit the carrier. Is that? Did you say that was 1 south? Let's go do that because that's a good thing to do at the end of the stream. Engage. Maximum warp. Maximum seater. Stephen Usher says in 2 weeks I'll be in Cambridge showing off some old computers at a museum. Yeah. Oh, it is in this
No
system.
aim.
I'm in the right place. Okay, so where is it? Is it that blue thing?
Target now locked on. Teladianium Foundry Alpha.
That must be up there. Yeah, it's moving.
Target now locked on. Teladi Condor. Autopilot.
Right. Surrender. I have information about a war against the Xenon.
Your message
So, it doesn't give me any ships though. Okay, so I can't ask them for a ship. Well, I can only ask them for. How do I ask them for a ship? Just leave the game running while I'm on holiday. Yeah. I can't ask them for a ship. I can ask them to wait to the system matrix clouds, but that's strange. I did give you a ship, so obviously for some reason they're not giving me a ship. I don't know why that would be, but there we go. Obviously I haven't made enough profits.
Fly through the west gate. We hope to meet you again. Condor, over and out.
You don't. Okay, Big Boo says you don't ask for a ship. This just means more goodies will turn up at the mission ground. Okay, so basically because I've contacted them, they will turn up. Is it this one or the one in Taladi Prime? Okay, where's Taladi Prime? Where's Taladi Prime? There isn't a Taladi Prime. There's Sizewell. Oh, that's Sizewell. Right, that is. Okay, let's go there then.
Autopilot off.
Okay, so maybe we've just recruited the Taladi to the fight. So with the Taladi and the Argons, that's probably a decent sized fleet, isn't it? The Boron are useless in a fight anyway.
No
Apparently.
aim.
Okay, so there would have been Argon. Now the Taladi will be up there. Okay, so we got two of them alien races together, which is worth doing, isn't it? That's quite cool. Dum 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 dum. Let's go north to Sizewell.
Target now locked on. Gate Sizewell.
Sizewell B. It'll help because they keep some ships distracted. Yay. That sounds good.
Entering system. Sizewell.
Right, okay, so there should be another ship in here, is what you're saying. Or do I go somewhere else? I don't see a ship moving here. I should know, says John. I'm playing X4 at the moment, all the names are different. Oh, the M2 destroyer on the left. Oh, is that the red dot? Okay, let's head over there. Oh, that one down there. What does this destroyer look like? Is that the destroyer?
Target now locked on. Taladi Albatross.
No, that's not it. Where's the destroyer? Isn't that red? Ah, that one there is moving. Must be that one. This is just like John Boy looking for help in Battle Beyond the Stars. Yeah, that's a good. I need to go and dig that out again. Actually, I haven't watched that for years. I don't think my kids have seen that one. And what was the other one from that era? Is Battle Beyond the Stars the CGI one?
No aim.
With the Star Fury death thing. Oh, that's the last Starfighter. Oh yeah, so hang on, Battle Beyond the Stars is the other one. That's right. Yeah, so that's the last Starfighter. Yeah, Battle Beyond the Stars is the one where the
Target now locked on.
Stellar Inverter. Is it the Stellar Inverter?
Autopilot activated.
Is used, and they have to go and get the A-team together, basically, to fight space. Yeah, both of those. Yeah, I'd like to watch both of those again, actually.
you want?
Well, no, that's not. They're not talking to me either. It's okay. So the destroyer doesn't help, but they'll give me directions to Atreus clouds. So that's no good, am I? Any other suggestions?
Target now locked on to Lottie Phoenix. Target now locked on to Lottie
Battle Beyond the Stars with
Phoenix.
Magnificent Space with Valkyrie, yes. So, well, I think it's probably a good idea to save the game here. That's basically all I can do. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's go to... where should we go? Let's go to the Spinny Space Station. Spinny Space
We
Station.
are scanned by
We
Talati
are
Falcon.
I like the kind of the royal we there.
Target now locked on to Lottie.
Everything seems to be alright. Have a good flight.
Magnificent Seven was a copy of Seven Samurai, yes. Well, there's never an original story, is there? James Cameron worked on the SFX Battle Beyond the Stars. That's cool.
Successfully
Right, here we
docked.
go. Right, we'll stop here, my friends. Having achieved some stuff. Not everything, but achieved some stuff. We found the gate,
Such as you.
and then we decided to go make some.
Trading station.
Hopefully next time, on the exciting adventures of Drew in X Beyond the Frontier, we will have enough money to buy all the bigger guns, the BFGs, and go and
Connection to
take
local
the fight
trading
back to the
network
Xenons again.
established.
I think that would be
Talati
good. Right, cargo bay insurance. We're there. Brilliant. Right, brilliant. Log done, gate done, power plants next. Exactly, he said.
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable program
Yes,
to
we
be
know
put
that.
into
Can we do it?
operation
Shh,
that
shh,
will
shh.
enable.
Right, anyway, my friends, look after
pilots to
yourself. Be good. Right, so no
credits
streaming
they
for
have
me
amassed so far.
until
is
next,
available at most
not
space
the
stations
Monday just about to come, but the one
situated
after
throughout
that,
the
I'm
universe.
afraid.
This
As
insurance
I'm on
policy is
holiday
well
next
worth
week,
taking
so
out
be
at the
good.
start of
Look
each
after yourselves, have
trading
fun,
journey,
enjoy the rest of the
as it
weekend,
protects the
and
ship and its pilot
as always, my
from the
friends,
loss
right
of all
on.
its endeavors,
Retro Commanders.
enterprise,
Be good,
and knowledge they
and
have
see
gained.
you soon.